What up? Greetings all, Simon Brazier here, your health renegade. I hope you're all happy and well. Today I'm going to share with you my current top 5 favourite reads. And for the last 4 years now, I've been buying health and wellness books at a kind of a crazy, insane rate. And along the way, I've learned a really big lesson, a little secret that I'm going to share with you now. If you've got a mentor or someone you look up to, find out what they read, find out what they listen to, and get yourself heavily involved in that and expose yourself to what they're doing. This is, for me, especially true for health-related books because there's so much pure crap out there. It can be really super overwhelming when choosing a book to read. So these books are in no particular order. Here we go. Book number 1. This is The Emperor of All Maladies by Siddhartha Mukherjee, MD. And this book, which could also be translated as The King of All Evils, is a brilliantly written tale about cancer. You know, cancer is something that humans have lived with for more than 5,000 years, and this book covers the side of resilience and perseverance, along with the arrogance and misperception that goes along with such a life-defining state. Almost everyone knows someone who's been diagnosed with, cancer, and I think you would all do yourself a huge favour by, reading this book to learn the quite brutal history of cancer and also gain a glimpse into the future of cancer treatments and new prospects. But number 2, In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts by Gabor Mate, MD. This book gives the reader a very different perspective on addiction that's commonly seen in our society. So from street users to workaholics, addiction seems to be like rifling through all societies at will. And this book is a particular favourite of my college, Pacific Rim, for many first-person accounts that he writes about, case studies, cutting-edge research. The book rubbishes the notion of addiction as a genetic disease or an individual morale failure. Gabor Mate shows that addiction is in fact a human development gone askew, and it's a brilliant read. But number 3 here is You Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Awesome. I've had the pleasure of a weekend workshop with Dr. Joe in Vienna, and this guy is just as inspiring on paper as he is in person. Healing through thought alone is kind of the basis of this awesome book, and how belief can be so powerful that if we can think ourselves sick, we can think ourselves well. And Dr. Joe combines the latest research in neuroscience, biology, and psychology, hypnosis, behavioral cognition, and quantum physics to demystify the workings of the placebo effect. It's an eye-opening book that really helps the reader, and it helped me understand the power of the story that we tell ourselves every day. And if we're able to step back, observe, and kind of retell that story in a different way, changing it, we can do the impossible. But number 4, In an Unspoken Voice by Peter Levine. This book is all about how the body releases trauma and restores goodness given the right circumstances. And he explains the nature and transformation of trauma in the brain, the body, and the psyche. Peter explains that trauma is not a disease or a disorder, but an injury of fright, helplessness, and loss. And it can be healed working with our natural ability to self-regulate states of fierce emotion and high stimulation. And finally, book number 5, this is The Microbiome Diet by Raphael Kelman. And it wouldn't be a video by me if I did mention something about the microbiome, because I just love it. Gut healing and good inoculation of good microbes is super important for everybody. And I think the Microbiome Diet book is a really easy read and instructs the reader really well how to get some very impactful changes into their life fast to inevitably increase that gut power. Whether it's weight loss, fatigue, depression, brain fog, viral infections, constant ones, headaches. This book addresses those areas that may be missing from conventional methods. And finally, a little bonus for you is a podcast that I listen to a lot called Radio Lab, and it's So awesome. They've got a few years worth of amazing stories on there, and these stories are covered. They cover insanely awesome topics, and the delivery of them is like always gripping. Always surprises me how cool they do this. And one of my favourite episodes is called Staff Retreat, and they talk about a microbiologist and historian coming together, and they find this medicinal book and look at this recipe for bacterial infections. They end up making the recipe, this kind of potion. They send the finished product off to a lab in the US, and it ends up killing 99.9% of MRSA. Amazing stuff. Really cool, interesting story. All these books, I'm pretty sure you can get them all on Kindle, but if you're like me and you like formulating a library, then you can kind of go for that, the hard copy version. That's all up to you. That's kind of it. A nice quick video today. Have a special day, everybody. Thanks for listening. Subscribe if you fancy it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.